Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get some good vibrations, sensations, growing through the world, through the greatest nation, America. That's the land for me. Really, really motherfucking free. I got Brian LaRoe on my left side. He fills me up with some mad pride. He keeps singing when I don't want him to. Pretty annoying. Hit him with my shoe. I got Crocs on. I got him on my feet, and I like Max on the fucking street. I like him in the booth, and I like him on the wax, and I like to hit it off with a really nasty track because of good vibrations. It's just a sweet sensation. Good vibration.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs.
Wait,
I'm Max
Elsie was
Schenker.
taking point.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs. I'm your gracious host, Max Schenker, along with my other gracious co-host,
Elsie Howe.
Brian LaRoe. We are also joined today.
And Brian.
And Brian LaRoe. We are also joined today by Elsie Howe.
Woo!
Hi.
And guest co-host, Chris Trani.
Chris,
Hey.
I just wanted you to know, no more clapping.
Yeah, no more clapping.
That was your one clap that you get.
Well,
and you clapped 3 times, I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to make it for the lack of audience.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we're doing
lack of audience. We have hundreds of
joking.
thousands of millions of listeners.
Yeah, no, actually, we took a dip from the last episode.
Well, they can't handle the
We
truth.
had 10 million listeners the first 3 episodes. The 4th episode, we had a dip. We only had 1 million listeners.
That's it.
Which sucks because Max and we rented a second apartment.
Yeah.
Now we have no idea what to do with that. We
All that Patreon money
cannot
dropped.
pay for it.
Yeah.
We don't
No,
even
we just
have
needed a
Patreon.
place to,
People just give us money.
yeah, we just needed a place to put our trash, you know what I mean?
It's crazy walking around the streets and having people recognize you from a podcast.
Solely from your voice. I
Yeah.
mean, they can recognize you from blocks away, but just based off your voice.
It's funny you did butt, and I thought you were like queuing me up for something, and I
Butt?
was like, where are you going with this one?
But here we go.
And here we go. Nothing. Okay.
Anyways, yes.
So we got the Wikipedia page pulled up.
So, welcome back to the podcast. So we are here today. Chris, if you clap, we're going to
One
send you
more
to door.
fucking time,
Chris,
We're
you
gonna
gotta do the wave thing.
Okay,
You
yeah,
gotta-
so
you know.
I just
yeah.
want all the.
But there's
the-
no audience.
Yeah, no, we know.
Chris, have you never listened to I know you've listened to a podcast
Do you
before.
listen to
His
a
first
podcast and when somebody doesn't clap, you're like, bombing. These people are bombing.
I know. It's like, yeah, I'm like every hour Joe Rogan. I'm like, this guy's just bombing.
Well, you're
3 hours.
When you're listening to Joe Rogan, you're on the bus just clapping. I know that.
Exactly.
Clapping. No clapping.
You ever seen a gorilla kill a man with a fist? And Chris is just like,
Right.
Stop clapping.
I'm on the Greyhound, just like.
Yeah, there we go.
smoking cigarettes and
You can
snapping.
mind-
He's listening to jazz podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, did you know they call him Chef Paul?
Paul Wahlberg. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you want to kick off with your new segment?
Oh yeah, this is the newest segment of the
Brian
Max and
LaRoe's
Brian.
racist. No.
Oh,
Not that
no.
segment.
Racist.
Can you, Christine? Can you cut that out and send it to Vulture?
Racist.
We'll
racist,
keep it in
racist.
and send it to
Yeah.
Don't cut it. Yeah.
Meow, 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 racist.
Anyways, we're gonna kick off Brian's new reoccurring segment called Brian.
Which one of the Wahlbergs would we like to murder-suicide us? We're gonna start with Chris.
Chris.
So there's 9 Wahlbergs, I believe.
Oh my God. I only
9.
looked into 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, there's more
well,
of them.
Shit.
Should have done more research. One of them's dead.
This might be a bad
Two
time
of
to
them.
say, like, I was just drinking with Brian. I didn't know what the premise of the podcast was.
Oh, so you're not one of our millions of fans?
Yeah, I mean,
It's crazy. Everybody is. It's like being on the Joe Rogan podcast and not even ever knowing what the experience is.
Yeah. So when you were out drinking with Brian and all these people were coming up to him and like shaking his hand and buying him drinks and
Right.
having him kiss their
Didn't ask a
babies,
single question about it.
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, this is just a normal day with Brian. The
It's
man
like,
no
man,
one
he bombed
recognizes.
so hard at Zany's last night that people are just giving him.
Okay, can we? Because your audience doesn't know that. You're gonna have to tell that story. You can't
Well,
just
this-
keep referencing it.
This podcast is probably going to come out in 2 years, so
So
Brian
Brian will
will
already
be-
be dead.
Is that because the Wahlbergs are suing you guys?
well, we did get our first episode taken off of Spotify, and it could
About 20 minutes after it released.
Wait,
Why?
why?
well.
Do you remember why, Christine?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the CIA.
Is it because you have the
working
word
in conjunction with the Wahlbergs?
Is it because you guys have the word "kill" in the title?
It's literally called Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs.
Fight, yeah.
Oh, fight.
You're thinking of the follow-up podcast. Brian LaRoe tries to kill himself.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Once I figure out I'm a part of the Wahlberg family, I get a 23 and me and I'm 10% Wahlberg.
That production
You go to
schedule
a-
got moved up after last night's set at Zany's.
So Brian, okay, Brian. Before we go into your new segment about which one you want them to murder,
Murder
you,
Suey.
murder Suey,
Yeah.
Suicide by Berg.
Whoa.
Are you gonna go Suicide by Berg? Should we change the segment name?
So that would be, if you want to die, if you want Paul Wahlberg to
Do you want to
murder
remix
suicide.
that Smith song?
What's the Smith song? See, you do these references that I don't
Elsie,
understand.
do you know the Smith song?
Look, I don't know dick about shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
you make a reference if it's not from a fucking SpongeBob episode, I'm out.
Yeah, she only knows 2 of the 9 Wahlbergs.
Yeah.
Chris knows one.
There's fucking Jim, Arthur, Robert, Tracy,
Jim.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Dude.
Jim. If you listen to, if you were a true fan of the podcast, you know Jim directed a movie that Connor King was in.
Huh.
Because they're
Shout out last pod.
2 pods ago.
2 pods.
Unless you're shouting out last podcast on the left, then shout out last podcast on the left. But yeah, the Connor's dad and Jim Wahlberg met each other through rehab, and then Connor played a guy who ODs on a bunch of pills at a party.
Yeah.
It's a great
Is
pod.
this a bad time to tell everybody that I'm on mushrooms and have been drinking all day?
Well, so why don't you tell everyone why you're on mushrooms and have been drinking all day?
People,
'Cause we're-
people,
listen, I
people
think we-
booed me while I did my fucking jokes about my body dysmorphia last night.
People sent by
What a
the
way,
Wahlbergs.
What a way to put it, to like get all the sympathy. People booed while I did my
Said-
joke, while I
okay.
did my
Well,
little
I said-
sketches about my body dysmorphia.
People paid $20 to come see a late night show at Zany's, and they didn't want people going on stage and saying, "Oh, I'm fat, but I don't think I'm fat, but I might be fat. I don't know."
Mom.
So how long had it been since you'd seen your dad?
Who are you talking to?
He booed you last night, right?
Anyway,
What a bit.
How many?
Oh,
how
we
many
can clap for that one. I'm even clapping.
clapping.
Come on.
okay, Brian. How many shrooms did you eat? Is it a
One single shroom.
Okay. So you can't. You're microdosing.
You're
It was
on
very
Brian.
long. No,
Brian,
it's
you're
2
on.
grams.
You're on shroom.
I'm on shroom. Yeah, sorry. I meant to say, yeah. Sorry for lying to my millions
beloved.
of followers. I'm on shroom right now.
So he did bad at Zany's, and now he's lashing out.
Wow, Elsie Howe just spelling it out. So he did bad at Zany's.
Yeah. I
So
did.
he did maybe not what the crowd wanted.
What did the crowd want? They wanted.
They wanted crowd.
They wanted Antonio to get that white guy to say the N-word, right?
Yeah, so that is that. Well, we
That-
figured that out. See, and when I
You
saw
should've just
him,
done
I
that.
was just like, "Yo, I had that one in the chamber."
Well, Brian was like, "What if I say it?" And that's why he got booed.
I was in the back, just like, "Say it!"
If he won't, I will.
We like me then. Okay, so
I just start scrolling. I'm like literally on Google with Wahlbergs typed in, just like line.
so we're gonna go around.
No clapping.
Dude, this is
No
so
touching.
confusing.
Why?
When do we clap?
Oh, when I say we can clap.
Yeah,
okay.
Brian's in control.
Oh, did you know? Oh yeah, we did a bit
Yeah,
about
Brian's got the clap.
it.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out chlamydia, baby.
This podcast is brought to you by,
By
by
chlamydia.
Brian's burning urethra.
Yeah, is this time? Is
By
this the time we
Squarespace and chlamydia.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for listening to the podcast. I have the clap. All right, we need to get this fucking.
Okay, so we're gonna go around. We're gonna say we're at the end of our wits. You know, climate change, bombing at Zany's.
Which one's worse?
England lost. Chris, you're wearing the England hat.
Jesus Christ.
Elsie, just trying to think of
I
something
just
that
want
would
to
make
say we've been on this pod for probably 5 minutes and we are murdering.
Yeah.
a Wahlberg.
We're getting murdered by a Wahlberg. I'm trying to set up the bit.
How have you guys not gotten a cease and desist letter?
Well, we released one episode.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yet. We
Yeah.
haven't got one
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Also, parody.
It's in
Also-
the mail. It's in the mail.
Also, could you imagine what that would do for our careers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
call. Good
they
call.
don't-
I would
don't
get fired
publicly
from.
cease and
I would get
desist.
fired from redacted immediately.
You guys would frame it.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll-
the trick is to not have a job like me and Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris and I are coworkers,
Oh, cute.
but we can't say where.
So
Uber Eats.
okay.
Yeah. Good
Wait,
call.
why can't you? Okay, that's not a part of the podcast.
All right, Brian. Which Wahlberg member do you want to kill you?
Oh my God! Look at that top link. The Wahlberg's Family Guide. Who's who? I feel like that would be so helpful right around
Okay.
now. Who is who?
Okay, this is my podcast.
Okay.
It's not
sorry.
Max and Chris try to fight the Wahlbergs.
It's Max and Brian.
Max and Brian. So I'm gonna start this one off.
Okay, you lost your right hand privileges.
I was just.
Chris, you lost right hand privileges.
You guys said the title of the podcast, so I was cheering.
We do not need. We do not need a laugh track.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah, stop laughing too.
Yeah, stop
Clapping, laughing,
Yeah.
just
No
general
joy.
No
enjoyment.
no
Yeah.
reactions, no.
Get the fuck.
All right, I know which. Listen, okay, we can set up like this. I know which Wahlberg you would like to kill before you kill yourself.
Yeah, I cried this morning.
Brandon Wahlberg, the nephew.
Why Brandon?
He's the nephew. Brian wants
Oh
to.
yeah.
Brian wants to beat his ass.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So I'll pull up Brandon Wahlberg.
No. I'll say this right now. I want Paul Wahlberg to murder suicide me. He is the most.
The chef. That's Brandon.
Yeah, Chef Paul Wahlberg. Mainly because I feel like he would do it like it'd be in a tasteful way.
Yeah. It was murder suicide du jour.
Brian Ajou.
Shoot himself. Okay, Elsie.
This is so because Max like texted me. He's like, "You want to be on my podcast about fighting the Wahlbergs?" And I was like, "Sure." Do I have to prepare anything? He's like,
Yes.
No, not really." And then he sent me an episode of New Kids on the Block, like a new
The
cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
And that
yeah.
was it. And then I just did. I was like,
So
there
once-
are two Wahlbergs.
Yeah.
Mark and now Donnie. And
Yeah.
that's all I know.
Donnie from New Kids on the Block.
we
Donnie
talked
from New
about
Kids
that?
on the Block.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, we'll talk
this
about-
segment, and
yeah.
then and then we'll talk about the cartoon
Um.
or whatever you want to talk about. Elsie, you're our real guest. He's our half guest.
Oh, well, but
And by
you said I
he,
was
Chris is a-
running point.
Chris is our step guest.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, once
cool.
we're done with this segment, you're taking. Point.
You're taking
Oh,
over.
cute.
You're plugging whatever you want to plug. You're running
Oh
your
my
own
God.
ads.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay. I think I want Donnie to murder Suey me, and I want him to do it in the Wait, it's kill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't want him to.
No, he's
suicide
gonna-
himself.
he's gonna-
just
he's gonna
kill
sue
me. I don't
himself.
want him to die.
No, he kills himself and murders you.
No, murders you, kills himself. That'd
What
be
can
impossible.
he just murder me?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I got the operation wrong. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You okay?
But I want him to do it in his masked singer.
Ooh.
Outfit.
Okay.
He
Okay.
I think.
Are you a furry?
No, I'm not. This is just one of the only things I know about the Wahlbergs. Is
I didn't
that
even know
Donnie
that.
was on The Masked Singer, and his wife Jenny McCarthy was a judge and could not figure out who he was all
He
season.
was dressed up like a giant chicken.
Giant chicken.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, his wife was too busy being distracted by all 4 or 5 books she just wrote. Listen to the last episode with Matt Brown from This
Yeah.
Brown.
We really took on Jenny McCarthy.
We really took
my
we really
gosh.
took her down a notch.
Wait, Donnie Wahlberg is married to Jenny
Yeah.
McCarthy. How do I not know?
He's got the right stuff.
I don't know. Oh.
Oh,
Elsie.
New Kids on the Block reference. Chris, you got to back it up, buddy.
Back it up, Chris.
This is not the moth.
This is not the Chris.
Okay.
And,
And this
and
is why
Brian
this
want
is
to
why you
fight the
gotta put
Wahlbergs.
All right, Chris, which Wahlberg member you want to murder?
This
Sue
podcast has been 10 minutes old, and I've been reminded 3 times that I'm not a star of it.
It's okay, dude.
Which
I'm on mushroom.
Yeah, I'm on shroom.
which member of the Wahlberg family?
I feel like this is so unfair because I don't know.
Those are just.
I
Chris
al-
is just
Elsie-
scrolling through Donnie Wahlberg pictures.
Elsie,
Right now.
no, Elsie. I also was asked, granted, 30 minutes before this thing started. They're like, "Do you want to be on this podcast?" Which
Were
you
you
love.
guys afraid to be alone with me?
And
No, Brian.
I'm afraid
Brian
to
was
be
afraid to be
alone
alone
generally,
today, and
yeah.
my mom was in town, so I couldn't go day
Oh,
drinking with him.
Cute. Sorry.
Yeah, I bombed at Zany's last night.
I know who I want to be murder-suicided by. A Wahlberger.
Ooh, yum.
Maybe with a little pesto on it. I'm allergic to pesto. Heads up, Wahlbergs. I'll let you know my weaknesses.
Brian,
what about
food?
just to make you
Buddy
feel
Wahlberg.
better, I have to tell you that one time I was at the dermatologist, and kind of unprompted, she told me that she got kicked out of Zany's because she was processing her brother's death in a weird way and was way too drunk and kept heckling, so they kicked her out, and she kind of started crying in front of me. So if that helps,
I woke up
Just-
crying this morning.
just know that the crowd at Zany's maybe isn't going...
Maybe they're going through
Maybe they're-
something.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully they're fucking. What did you say? Their brother died. I fucking hope those people's brother just died. You ruined my life.
They
whoever that was.
hate alt comedy.
Didn't know. Yeah, I after bombing last night, I was like, whatever. I'm an alt comedian.
And I'm the alternative to funny.
Bazinga.
Stop stealing bits, Max.
New rule.
You steal. Yeah, new rule. You steal one more fucking bit from the
It's
Big
called-
Bang Theory, I will kill you.
I'll murder sue you.
Yeah, I'll murder Suey all of us right now.
All
Except
right,
for Christine,
Chris.
I'm sorry.
You just have to unfortunately witness it.
So what?
Yeah, except for Christine, you just have to live with that for the rest of your life.
So what am I doing here?
You're which Wahlberg member? Okay.
Okay, I gotta go
kill
with.
you and then kill himself. It's very fucking easy.
I can just
Or
imagine.
herself.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Buddy Wahlberg. I'm gonna go with Buddy Wahlberg.
You can say you want more wine.
Just because as he goes to take me out, I can be like, Buddy,
Buddy.
Buddy, what are you doing, Buddy? And that answers about equal to the amount of research I did.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a Buddy Wahlberg?
Yeah, it's the
Dude, you
half-brother.
run this freaking podcast. How do you not know all the Wahlbergs' names now? That should have been reviewed in the first podcast.
We got to make
Chris,
you
can I talk to you in
flashcards.
the other room?
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, you fucking clap.
All right, Elsie, passing the ball to you. You're running point. You want to go astrology?
Wait,
'Cause
Max. Oh, you
I did.
it.
I want to get murdered by A.
Shitty
Wahlberg.
fucking burger bit. Yeah.
Okay, well, now all questions
By
are
who?
to me.
A.
I'm a
Wahlberg.
point now.
Yeah, she's on point. Everybody,
All right.
Okay.
everybody, shut
Let's
the fuck
let's
up.
talk let's talk astrology signs. Who do you want to start with, Max?
Yeah.
Well, I got Mark Wahlberg's astrological article and chart pulled up.
Okay,
You want me to pass the computer around? You want to?
How about no? Let's keep you involved. Read it out,
Don't
and
hit
then
the
I'll
mic.
explain what each thing means. I think.
Okay. He was
Okay.
born
Sure.
Saturday,
Uh-huh.
June 5th, 1971 at 7:15 a.m.
Okay, we got an early riser.
He's
Let's go.
5'8".
5'8".
5'7".
You know what? I love
Google
a short
says
king.
5'8".
Astrotheme.com/astrology/Mark_Wahlberg says 5'7".
Do you think he's 5'7.5" and
5'7".
Google put 5'8"?
I think he's probably 5'5".
Yeah.
Okay, so his sun sign, Gemini.
Yeah. So that means he's like kind of shady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moon sign, Scorpio.
Oh, okay. That water sign. Yeah. Christine looked over at me with her jaw dropped. Yeah, he's emotional, but he's like fiery. Like inside, the moon is like how you feel inside, but you don't like show it. Like my moon is a Cancer, so I'm like crying. But I'm also a Pisces, so that I cry.
Oh, wait a minute, but the sign.
I'm also just emotionally
I'm-
vulnerable right now.
Yeah. So
My dog also just died, so I cry a lot.
no.
All right.
Don't even joke, dude. Dude, last time I was home, I kept finding these little black moles on my dog, and like
Oh,
I
didn't even know
googled
you had a
it.
dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his name's Charlie. My dad named him after his best friend. And I googled, what are these like moles on my dog? And the internet was like, oh, Cancer. And then I was like, I'm gonna not ever
You're like,
look
oh
that
my
up.
god, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, sick, buddy. And then he shook my hand. I was like, shake. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, so what happened with your dog? Did he really?
We just ignored that the internet said that, and we're not going to deal with it. My parents are literally sick, so we just can't deal with the dog also being sick right now. So,
The dog's taking on
Yeah.
emotional
yeah.
stuff.
Anyway, back to astrology.
We'll have you back in 6 months with an update on that prognosis.
Chris keeps thinking that this is his podcast.
Wait, am I the only one else who's interested in finding out what happens to this dog in real life? You know?
What's more real than a podcast where Brian's on mushroom?
Right.
Dude, everything's very real right now.
Yeah, Brian, what do my hands look like?
Hands. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a dumb bit.
All right.
Really good. Really
Okay.
good stuff.
So it
You want to
says.
turn this into Tell Brian He's Awesome podcast?
All right.
I think you want us to turn it into Tell Brian He's Awesome podcast.
We're all gonna go around and say our favorite thing about Brian. I'm gonna go last.
Okay. Okay, I'll start.
Nose goes. Okay, now.
The
Okay.
first time I ever met Brian, though, I always tell this story. We were at Max's house where Brian also lived, and I was like, me and Brian are the same person. We have very similar voices, and literally everything I pointed at, I was like, "Whose fucking banjo is that?" They're like, "Brian's." You keep pointing at Brian's shit. Like, you are Brian. Shut up.
Oh, I remember when we went to that party in Hyde Park and you were very drunk after you. Elsie was.
Oh, the birthday party I didn't want to have.
Yeah. And we were leaving. This was after you.
Must be nice.
You went to the Bulls game. I remember this.
Yes.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, you were there because
Yeah.
this story involves you.
Yeah.
It
I
does not involve
forgot-
Chris. I'm sorry.
Interesting thing is I forgot Brian was there
Most
until
people
you
do.
just brought it up.
You
so
thought just another you was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You
I was
forgot
like-
Brian was there?
At my
well,
birthday
that's
party.
correct, because this is Max and Chris trying to fight the Wahlbergs. You know, like, that's
You're doing a rebrand.
Max and Chris were at your birthday
hell
party.
yeah,
in
dude.
2019.
I'm on a shroom.
I wish I never day drank with you ever.
That's not
Including
true.
today.
That's
Anyway,
not
so
true.
Elsie, this is what I remember of the party.
That's
You went
true.
to the Bulls game. You hit on the man in the
That's
turtleneck.
true, that is-
And then
The man in the turtleneck from Belgium.
from Belgium, you're right. And then when we were driving back from Hyde Park, the whole time you're in the back of the car, you're like, Brian, you're just me, and I'm you. It's you. It's me.
And I'm like staring at my hands, just like, what is she saying right now?
I'm on mushroom.
I'm sorry. Just don't know what you mean by this. I'm pretty sure I'm me and you're you.
And we are all together.
And we are the Wahlbergs.
Yeah.
And now we're the and we
And
don't
this
want
is
to.
the Disney Channel. Yeah. These hand bits aren't gonna fucking read.
I tried bringing in the clap, and you were not, you know.
Brian
Yeah,
already
no
has the clap.
hand bits.
Yeah, no hand
Oh
bits.
no, not at all anymore. So
You
I
want to know
can't
who the
do
richest
this.
Wahlberg is?
And that
Whoa.
Whoa. That is pretty impressive.
Who's the richest after Mark?
Mark's got to be,
Donnie,
right?
gotta be Donnie.
Obviously Donnie.
Who's the third richest?
I feel like Tracy handles their money well.
Do you know who Tracy is?
I read that she's a sibling really quick.
After Robert, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Who do you think handles the money the worst? Jim, probably?
Oh yeah, Jim spent it all on pills.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, you got
and Christian films.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is just a second. Can you guys help me? Give me the briefest of who's Jim? Who's
He's
Buddy?
one of the
Who's-
Boulders
Come
brothers.
on, obviously, but
they're all part of the Smothers Brothers.
one's an actor. We all know.
We're doing
that,
the
right?
Smothers Brothers
I'll
Comedy
pull
Hour
up the
podcast.
fucking Wahlberg Family Guide thing.
I love how the co-host of Max and Max and Brian fight the
Okay.
Wahlbergs, and he resents that. I'm like, who are
Well,
the
because
Wahlbergs?
we hate these men.
Like,
Okay.
so why? Yeah, and then when someone's like, "Can you explain who they are?" You're
Well,
like,
well, they
I
don't-
have to."
They don't want to be reminded of their humanity. To
Yeah.
explain
Okay.
who they are reminds them like they're living, breathing souls. Just
Oh,
like
all right,
them.
I
It's
mean-
like humanizing. You know,
Elsie
it's
with
hard.
the point. Elsie's taking
Elsie with
point.
the- I'm
She's
with the
explaining what Brian and I failed to
Wait,
explain.
Elsie, do you want to read this?
Hurry with
this
the
is
chat.
amazing. So
Oh,
this-
so Brian's kind of revealing that he can't read, so I'll go ahead and read. For him.
Is that why you bombed
Elsie,
us?
I'm not really
This is
sure what this what does it say?
Boston.
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 Okay.
This is
Yeah.
another segment called Brian Can't Read.
MAGA is MAGA?
MAGA?
Magna cum laude. No,
Ooh,
magazine.
hold on.
Okay.
Into
tell
the
me
mic.
tell me what you need me to read.
Oh, well, you started scrolling. Right there.
Okay. Kind of like Dorchester meets the Kardashians, Wahlburgers has a complex family tree mixed in with a bunch of additional personalities, and they're all under the reign of one kooky mother.
Who is dead?
Oh,
Yeah,
when
she
did
died.
she die?
Right after
Recently?
we recorded our first episode.
Oh,
We did an episode about it.
Yep.
Well, we
Brian
did it-
cried.
Well, you did an episode.
What else is new?
did you? What'd you like? Really? I'll have to listen to that.
I don't know who was on it. I think it was.
I don't remember
I think it was
Max
like
and I
Bolduc or
talking about
something.
that.
Well, it was that time you weren't here with Gilbert subbed in for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So okay. So what do you want to know about the Wahlberg?
Yeah, what do you need to know,
Okay,
Chris?
so we obviously.
Well, he
know
asked
Mark.
specifically about Jim. Let's scroll down to
Yeah,
Jim.
let's go-
and we
which
can
one's
go ahead
Jim?
read.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you, Elsie.
Fun fact: I have the name Jim tattooed on my butt
No way.
because that was my
Is that your
child.
mom's name?
Yeah. No, it was my childhood best friend's nickname. She's a girl named Jamie, and we'd call her Jim growing up, like she's an old man. And then she had to postpone her wedding because of the pandemic. So the day she was supposed to get married, I got her name tattooed on my butt.
I am so glad that story did not end with her dying.
You don't have to.
She didn't choke on a
She's
Wahlburger.
fine. She's alive. She's well. She got married like 2 weekends ago.
Shout out Jim.
Shout out Jim.
Is that when you posted the video of you guys on the tractor?
Yeah. And she hit the jewel as a newlywed. It was really fun.
That's gonna be the only thing Brian marries is a jewel. Why are you scrolling through my texts, Chris?
I don't know. It just seemed like something kind of fun to do.
Anyway, here's the. Yeah, I'm on a podcast, but I didn't need to be distracted. Okay, here.
Oh, dude,
talk
Jim
about
has
Jim.
a thick Boston accent. You guys probably thought I was gonna say cock, but it was Boston accent. He's a proud Dorchester native and also the executive director of the Mark Wahlberg Youth Foundation. Crazy. You would think Mark Wahlberg was there's no more wine. And by that I mean there's only enough for...
All right.
I'm just kidding. You said you wanted one glass.
Yeah, and then I had one.
And anyway, what Brian was about to say was
A
that
fly
he would
just flew
think
out of that
that Mark
bottle.
is the executive director of the Mark Wahlberg Foundation, but he's not. And also Jim ran the 2014 Boston Marathon.
Whoa, was that when it all went down?
No, that was in
No.
2013.
Sorry.
I remember because it was right before I moved to Chicago.
Yeah, were you a part of it?
I was on probation.
Best day of my life.
I was on probation for marijuana,
Oh, cool.
so I remember everything.
Remembered everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's one of those guys who did a ton of pills back in the day, and
He
then
does look like he did a lot of pills. He looks like he was snorting oxys.
His
and
face is gaunt.
Oxys aren't even water soluble, so you don't even need to
Oh,
snort
this
them.
is Jim. He also has like one of those stories, like it's like a Catholic conversion story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now he makes Catholic movies
Which-
that Connor King starred.
He also wrote a book called I Am
Connor
Redeemed,
King did not star in it. He did
was a
pills.
featured player.
Yeah, featured player.
which makes me think like, yeah, he definitely did drugs because.
Well, he went to rehab,
Oh yeah, well there you go.
and he also did jail time for armed robbery.
Dude,
so he's kind of fucking sick.
Yeah, dude, he's pretty fucking. He's a Catholic now, and everyone knows that Catholics are the most badass.
Yeah. Yeah, I was raised Catholic.
Me too.
I was raised in the moment.
Oh, congrats.
dude, I've been.
We've got a present king over here. Okay, mindful.
I read "Be Here Now" before I could even come.
Oh my God.
I was 14.
And then after he read "Be Here Now," he came.
His balls dropped.
Dude, that was the first thing.
Okay.
That was
First
New
thing I ever
balls just dropped.
masturbated
his
to.
balls just dropped. Dude, I'm gonna hype my kids up when they go through puberty.
Hey,
Yo,
new balls
yo.
just dropped.
New voice just dropped. Okay, get it. Get
Oh,
it.
we're gonna
shorty.
buy the. Chris, you want to buy this picture?
Oh, I don't want to buy it.
Marketing package, $200.
Guys,
What's your
you
credit
can't
card number?
keep talking about things that the listeners will not
All
understand.
right, let's go around and say Chris's.
4827
Okay,
59.
I'm gonna get a piece of coffee cake.
We'll get a piece of coffee cake. Take a
We're
break.
gonna go around. We're gonna say Chris's favorite credit card number that he has.
4494.
Okay, and what's your mother's maiden name?
Keener.
Chris, what's your social?
Okay, it's 281. No.
What else did we text each other about today, Max? Oh, that is just all me.
Yeah, it's mostly you
wanting to
being sad.
cry.
I'm eating pizza by the slice right now, and by that I mean a frozen pizza that I didn't cut.
Oh wait, so am I still
Oh, we were talking about that guy from Florida last night.
Oh yeah, dude,
Wait, the
this
guy from Florida.
This guy from Florida last night he did like a Fight Club or whatever. He was like, dude, Florida comics best in the country. And I was like, never been to Florida, but you're probably not correct with that
At
one.
no point has anyone, when talking about human species, been like, but the Floridians best.
Yeah. He's like, dude, we got it so hard down there. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, there's just not a lot of shows. It's like, yeah, so that does not make you guys the best comics.
I will say that my improv team headlined the Orlando Comedy Festival in 2017, and I don't have much to say besides this guy's really wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are you going with that?
It was not good.
Listen, as someone who saw him perform, I can also attest that he.
Guys.
Was he a good comic?
Listen,
Brian, was
okay,
he a good,
No
Brian,
one's going to listen to this.
Brian, was he a good comic? The Floridian comic.
I
Did he
haven't
get
seen him.
Booty
Yeah. that was funny. That was funny.
like question, did anyone boo him? Because I feel like that's a good litmus test.
How many minutes does he have? And can I steal all?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked like a knockoff David Diggs.
Okay. Just want to say shout out Mark Wahlberg.
Shout out mental illness.
It was his birthday last month. He turned 50 years old, and he's survived by his wife Rhea Durham. What if
Can I
once you
say-
turned 50, you just died?
Oh.
Why? How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, okay. Here it is. You hear it here first, folks. 37. His girlfriend's 20. I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, add a couple more numbers. How old?
She wishes. I mean, she
Dana, if you're listening,
okay.
We're all sorry.
Jesus Christ.
And you're 20 years old.
Yeah.
You guys ever role play? Like I'm.
Okay,
I'm
we're not.
37 and
So
you're
I'm back to
Yeah,
point the balls.
Elsie's
Okay.
back to be boy.
Thank
so
you, Elsie.
I was
Point guard Elsie
watching.
Howe.
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra.
Darn right.
Nice.
Darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
That's an earth sign. He's down to earth. Unfortunately, I'm on water, baby. Okay, so I was watching an interview with Mark Wahlberg, and this is the most insane thing he said. He said that he plays golf. Already, I'm like, well, okay, Richie. And he hits the ball and then runs to it.
No.
And his buddy in the golf cart, like, follows him, and then he hits it, and then he runs.
Whoa.
I know for a fact, based on how
Wow.
much my dad used to yell at me in middle school, that you were not allowed to run on a golf course.
Well, you weren't Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is true.
Wait, why aren't you allowed to run on
If
a
Like,
you-
who
golf
the
course?
fuck is that
Etiquette.
guy running right now? It's like, it's Mark Wahlberg. Shut
Etiquette.
the fuck up.
Etiquette.
It's
Yeah.
called etiquette.
And
But you can get in a cart and slam a margarita.
Well, listen,
Well, you
Fuck
know
drinks
what?
Margaritas at the golf course.
You know what I'm saying.
Max's dad said
Like-
until you star in Spencer Confidential, you cannot run on the golf course.
Okay,
It's how
that
you-
actually brings us up to our next segment.
Chris, that's my line.
As Brian's saying this, he's typing something new into Google.
All right, actually, I got a segment. We got it's a reoccurring segment.
Wait, did we send Christine any of the voicemails?
No, they're dog shit.
Most.
Were you gonna do a
If you're
voicemail at the
listening-
beginning of the podcast, like a bad emo song, like a bad Drake song?
Yesterday
Durham's
we
pretty-
were watching The Departed. You would have liked it.
Dude, did you know Rhea Durham is taller than Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, he's 5'7" according to Google.
She's got like a couple inches on him. Look at this
Okay,
picture.
so listen.
Dude, we love a short king, though. Honestly,
Not that one.
Which one?
Oh.
Who's Rhea Durham?
his wife.
Oh.
She's a model.
she's pretty.
She's very
what
pretty.
a handsome couple.
Whoa, but not in this picture.
Okay, can someone not flex at the beach for a second, Brian? You have a bit about body dysmorphia. What the
know.
fuck is wrong with you?
It's crazy. I just got booed for my body dysmorphia bit last night.
Maybe they're like, you're skinny.
Take your shirt off. We want to fuck you. Dude, what if that's how you got booed? It was
Yeah.
just like, fuck your dumb body dysmorphia bit. We want to fuck you.
They're actually being very supportive of me, Brian. You just.
They hated the bit, loved my body.
I love how. Wait a minute.
But then they heard you like talking shit on her body on this podcast, and they were like, "You deserve it."
I love how Brian goes. Brian goes. There's not enough wine left, and look how much you gave me versus how much you gave
Yeah.
Brian.
Well, he's had a bad day. He's on a shroom.
I had a bad days.
Okay, so reoccurring segment. One of Mark Wahlberg's most famous quotes is that he had a ticket to
Ride.
ride on one of the flights that crashed into one of the World Trade
Oh
Centers.
my God, yeah.
And he said, had he been there, things would have gone down a little bit different. So we like to ask our guests, had Mark Wahlberg been at this
Wow.
historical event, which historical event would have been, and why would it have gone a little bit different? Historical tragedy.
Wait, 9/11 specifically, or a different
Different one. So I did the Hindenburg. Brian did the day he was born. And so we're gonna
Chris
test.
can go first.
Chris,
can go first.
which historical tragedy? You're looking it up. It happened.
This is unbelievable. This is even NPR reporting this. I mean, sorry, don't want to shit on Mark Wahlberg, but I mean,
No, that is the whole point of the
now
podcast.
I want
is
to
do
fight
shit.
Mark Wahlberg. Oh my
All
God.
right, we got one.
So listeners at home, and sorry to take over the Max and
or if
Elsie.
you're at work on the
I
bus.
passed the
I-
ball to you.
no,
buddy.
no, no.
You're, no,
Elsie,
you're up
I'm-
top, or
I'm
would
so
you-
sorry to
no
take over-
offense, man.
Tushy though.
I'm sorry to take over the
Brian,
Max.
I'm gonna kill you. You need to stop looking at this woman's body.
Yeah, you really do. But I'm sorry to cut in on the Max and Elsie Fight the Wahlbergs podcast, but this is unbelievable.
It is actually Max, Brian, and Elsie fight the Wahlbergs, and Chris sits quietly in the corner.
Mark
And
Wahlberg.
Chris does not clap in the corner.
it's-
Well, okay, well, hey, okay, but I'm a little shocked that Mark Wahlberg said, with me aboard 9/11 hijackers would have been stopped. That's like insane.
Yeah, so there would have been a lot more blood. So okay,
What
That's like-
movie was he training for at that time? Like
Training
I
Day.
could see. Yes, well, if it was Pain and Gain, like I'd be like for sure. Like you would have taken.
He was training for the Boston Marathon bombing movie.
Holy
That
cow!
would-
He was
Here's
training
the
for
quote:
Ted.
If I was on that plane with my kids, it would have it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first-class cabin. And then me saying, okay, we're going to land somewhere safely. Don't worry.
So
How
as we
he
went
wouldn't
over
have
that
fought-
in our second episode, Chris.
Okay, I liked the fact
quote
that
was-
he was like, if I was there with my children,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm bringing my kids along.
So we're prompting our two guests, and maybe Brian, and maybe me, and maybe Christine. What other historical tragedy could Mark Wahlberg maybe have prevented?
It's gotta be a tragedy, though.
It's gotta be a tragedy.
Shit.
No.
Or whatever. I don't
Any
think.
historical event ever.
Yeah, that Mark Wahlberg could have prevented.
Like if I was bombing last night and Mark Wahlberg was there,
Wow.
how would that have gone down?
I guess we know what Brian's going to pick.
I got one. So, Elsie, do you have one?
Wow.
You go first. 'Cause
No,
I'm
I gotta-
kinda
I gotta-
noodling.
I gotta-
I'm kind of noodling.
Okay,
Okay,
you're
okay.
taking points.
Oh,
Come
but
on.
I just passed
Don't be
it to
scared,
Chris.
baby. Like, let's
All right,
do
Chris,
this.
Chris, what
Okay, now
historic?
Brian's over here talking about a woman's body. You know, he's running off, calling me baby.
Well,
Brian.
dude, I call my own dad.
To be
baby.
fair, you guys are the same
Boo.
person. So
Yeah, no, that's
he's calling himself
Thanks,
baby.
baby. Okay.
That's how he peps
Oh,
himself
he
up
was
in the
working
morning.
on Contraband. He was promoting Contraband, a high-octane action movie in which he plays a former smuggler forced to protect his brother. I'm sorry. I'm pro podcast now. Fuck
Okay.
this dude. Like
sure.
that's
You're a
horrible.
pro podcast.
Yeah. Dude, I love
Yeah.
podcasts now.
All right.
Like before I was against them. Now, like, let's go podcasts. You know, like WTF, JRE. You know, Elsie and Max fight the Wahlbergs. Like, let's go.
Dude, what other podcast? What's your favorite podcast with 3 letters as acronym as their names?
Chris, what
Oh,
historical
man.
event could Mark
WTF,
Wahlberg could have
Jerry.
prevented?
I
There's
already
too
named
many
two of them.
questions.
Yeah,
already.
Brian, we're putting in a
table that
3-minute
bit.
timeout.
We're gonna put that in the
Table
book.
that bit.
We're gonna- yeah.
Probably,
Get back to it.
Probably NPR, all things considered.
Chris,
What?
which historical event do you think Mark Wahlberg could have prevented?
Oh, World War II. Easily.
And how?
The whole war?
The whole war. Mark
What would
Wahlberg-
he have done?
Mark Wahlberg would have taken the 9/11 plane and flown it
Into
through
Dachau.
through a
Ended the whole thing.
through a portal vortex and crashed it into
Austria in 1912 or whatever
yeah,
the fuck he was born.
into Hitler's. You know, I
Into-
don't know.
Hitler's walking out and getting rejected from art school, and there's just a plane crashing into him.
Real quick.
I just
what
have
is
to
this?
tell the listeners that while Chris was saying that,
There was a fly
Brian
buzzing
has
around.
been scrolling and just pointing to random pictures of people on Google trying to distract me, and I just
All right, Brian, what historical event?
Dude, there are so many pictures of Rhea Durham's butt on Getty Images. It's out of control.
Okay,
Brian.
you save that for when you go home later.
I'm just saying, like, what is Getty?
You're being a sex pest, dude. Just stop.
Okay,
You little
first of
pervert.
all, never heard of that term before.
Being
Second
a
of
sex
all-
pest
Yeah,
to a
because-
race pest wife.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you just said, but
What historical event could Mark Wahlberg have
were you
prevented?
asking me?
Yes.
I've already answered this question, right?
Yeah, but you gotta come up with a new one. I have a new one.
I said the Boston bombing.
Well, no,
No, but
he
we already
said
said that. You
no.
have a new
He
one.
his for today
no, no,
was his bombing last
Yeah, the
night.
Brian, the
Brian LaRose,
Bombing.
80s bombing.
Yeah.
I went on stage and just fucking pressure cooked the
Personally, I think Mark Wahlberg could have been a big help during the Yugoslavian War and could have kept those guys on the Lakers friends.
Yeah.
Remember that 30 for
Yeah,
30?
it was
Yeah.
like Shaq and Kobe, right?
No. It was the
I thought it was the Bulls.
No. They were on.
The 30 for
The-
30 with the Lakers.
Well, they were on the Lakers together, but they were from the Yugoslavia area because they played on the Yugoslavian national team. And then when it broke up into Serbia, and like Slovenia and stuff, then
Shout
they
out for the
stopped being
band, Alec.
friends. And then they quit talking. And then one of them died in the car accident. What are their names? Petra.
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're
Christine?
talking to 3 dudes who. And Christina, are you a sports fan? Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just a big 30 for 30 head. But yeah, I feel like Mark Wahlberg
Not
could have
big
stepped
enough.
in and been like, "Hey, you guys are brothers. You play on the Lakers together.
Quit
We're
fighting.
gonna go down to Worcester. We're gonna get a beer. All right,
Whoa,
we'll go
this
Pat's
is a-
game."
Pretty good Mark Wahlberg. I will not
Thank
lie
you
to you.
so
All right, so mine.
I know you just called me a
Wait a
sex
minute, wait a
pest,
minute.
and I don't know if me complimenting you is over the line or whatever, but like
As Brian says this, he's grabbing my
Amazing.
boob.
for the listeners at home,
I'm the point guard with you.
I'm
on
like,
Slam
yo,
Dunk.
good Mark Wahlberg impression, toots.
Maybe show a little leg next time.
You're literally the first woman we've had on this podcast. And we had a dude as well.
They couched it.
All right. Yep.
That's
Sorry, this is a bad podcast.
All right, so
It's perfect.
all right, so I got mine. It's not as sex
Max
pesty
is
as
trying to
Brian.
do a bit. I'm sorry.
Those gams go all the way up, Brian.
All right. We're 35 minutes in. We are crushing.
Yeah, we are taking you out of our millions of thousands of millions of listeners. Chris, why are you reading my email? I'm taking my computer back from you.
Bro, be present, man.
dude,
I
Be
am.
here now.
Well, it's
Ryan's
already
literally
talked about
working on his
roundups.
unemployment application.
he got a LinkedIn request from someone.
Oh, dude, I get those
Bro,
all
you
the
better
time.
ask him for an endorsement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm endorsed by like 20 fucking people on LinkedIn.
All I was saying is I think that Mark Wahlberg could have prevented Princess Diana from being murdered by the Queen.
Yeah. He's like, if we all could put our seatbelts on real quick.
He's like, yo, we
You
already
watch where you
beat
going?
your ass in 1776. So like, it was a different monarch, Mark, and he was like, I don't give a shit.
He's like, I'm about to have Tea Party Part 2, bitch.
T-Body Pod 2. Starring the star of Ted 2.
What would have happened if Mark Wahlberg was on the Sully-Sullenberg flight?
I think he would have made it crash for real.
There would have been a lot of blood in that first class. and he said, look, we're
Okay,
landing.
Hold on.
If I was on that plane that day, there would
Christine,
have
that's
been a
staying in.
lot
That's
of
staying
ducks
in.
dead.
I would have killed every fucking bird on the fucking Hudson. We would have landed that fucking plane. We would take our fucking 22s out.
And Sully would have landed on the Hudson and been like, why is there all this blood in the cabin? Landed the plane.
You would have just killed Sully. And they're like, why'd you kill him?
Mark Wahlberg, why
Chrissy,
are you
we have
killing
to leave
people?
this in.
One of you say it. Like, what if you and I'll edit it?
That's how I was trying to do that, but then the bit just got out of control.
Anyways, what do you guys
Take
think?
point.
But can you imagine like the Sully lands it on the Hudson and he's like, why are all these dead people in first class?
He killed everybody on the plane. It's like, there is no
And
point in
Mark
blaming
Wahlberg,
this.
I'm sorry, but I just
No, Mark Wahlberg's
kids
like,
are
I
on-
wanted you to be able to focus on landing the plane.
yeah.
All these uppity bitches screaming in first class.
Have you guys heard that Rory Scovel bit about that?
Yeah,
He's
you're
like,
not going to believe this.
No, what's the bet?
There's one part though where he's like, never mind. It's always worse.
I
when you-
love this podcast.
Let's retell a comics
just
bit
doing
on our
other-
podcast. Let's retell another
Let's go around and say our
comics
favorite Rory
bit.
Scovel bit.
Worst
Oh,
podcast on the network. Guys, Lincoln Lodge Podcast Network. Just,
Check out all the other
once
pods.
you see Mark, Max, and Brian want to fight the Wahlbergs, just keep
Keep
scrolling.
scrolling.
No. They're like, if you want to hear great Rory Scovel bits, you click on Max and Brian Fight the Wahlbergs, where they'll have guest host Elsie Howe.
and I don't even explain the bit
Yeah,
well. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, there's one part where Rory Scovel goes, and they get all the free dead ducks down there, and I'm up here in the fucking
Doing
plane.
all the fucking work. You guys want to watch a Yoga with Adrian video?
Brian.
Brian.
Get off your phone. And
Elsie,
First
give
of
it-
all, computer, and I'm young
Elsie,
Jamie.
do
I'm
the
17
dog
years
whisperer
old.
thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That actually really sent something down. I
don't
haven't
know.
been touched in a while. Who's the sex pest now, Elsie? I haven't touched you once. Jesus Christ. For the listeners at home, Elsie just groped me.
I poked him in the neck because Max asked me to.
That's
Technically
groping
in
the
my.
family.
Sex
Look,
pest.
Brian just tried to kiss me.
I'm Irish, French, and German. That's technically groping.
Brian's parents didn't hug him until he graduated college.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, they're like, you're going to need this.
Here, take this with you.
Good luck with that student loan debt.
On the block.
Hey, Brian, do you have on every single toe, do you have tattoos of smiley faces?
Yep, guess
Yeah.
who tattooed him?
Can I have one too?
Yeah, go get our
Yeah, I
friend's
also have
tattoo
Britney
gun.
Spears shaving her head on my ankle.
No, you
Oh
don't.
my God, he does.
Yeah, you got it the day
Say
before
that,
quarantine.
say that on mic, Elsie.
Oh my God, he literally does.
Wait, let's see it.
Chris, I sent you a picture right after he got it.
I know, but oh yeah, that's right.
It was right before quarantine.
That's insane.
Look at that, get Chris in the background. All right, we're taking fucking pictures on this. Okay,
On a
new clips
podcast,
about a cartoon.
on a podcast, and you don't want clapping. You know.
I know it's I was really harsh with you in the beginning right there. Okay, so
He just wants
let's
you to
go
be
on. Let's
better.
talk about the New Kids on the Block cartoon. Did we talk about this ever? Hey, can I talk to you guys in the other room, or can you just stop fucking telling secrets? Just do the secret on mic. Oh my God.
That makes me feel really bad. Are you guys
That bit
bullying me?
fucking sucked. Okay, all these bits have been amazing. I'm sorry for being so negative. Guys, okay, so did you watch the New Kids on the Block cartoon? So
I watched half of one, and one of the New Kids on the Block was upset that he didn't get to go to regular school, and then I kind of tuned out and turned it.
Wait,
all the way
what
off.
other school was he going to?
He was going to New Kids on the Block bus school.
Bus school, yeah. He was getting homeschooled.
Bus school?
He was getting homeschooled on the bus.
On the bus, babe.
Okay, you got mad at me for calling you, babe. Called me a sex pest. And it's, once again...
I don't know. I poked you in the neck, and now I'm on some shit.
The energy transfer.
You're on some shit.
Now there's two sex pests.
There's a flash of lightning, and since you guys are sharing headphone.
Wait, so they went
I
to
looked
school
down, I
on the
have a-
bus?
No, like a
not
teacher
like
came in
not
tutored
like
them.
electric Kool-Aid acid test.
Oh, I was gonna say like mentally handicapped people.
Mentally
Brian, why
handicapped
don't you take
people
a
don't
lap?
get taught on a bus, bro.
Unless they drive past.
Why
a
don't we call
school
friend of the
that
pod,
has
Joe
a
Ames?
lesson with the windows open.
Why don't we call friend of the pod, Joe Ames, see where he went to school?
Yo, call Joe right now.
I don't have my phone next to me.
Is
Oh,
that-
answer.
Is he
Nah.
homeschooled as a bit?
He was in.
He was in mentally
special
handicapped
classes.
school. Oh, special ed.
Huh.
Sorry. I can't
And
believe
we
I just
all-
said
and
that.
we all
I
have
feel
been.
terrible.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not a sex pest. I am whatever.
You're not that was a joke. You're not a sex pest.
Thank you for saying that. I've been just beating myself up about that for the last whatever. What is it? 35 minutes?
You got
40.
40.
You don't know how long.
Chris, how many tabs did you open
Nailed
on
it.
my computer?
Jesus Christ, dude, Chris, king of time.
King of the
Okay.
slams. I'm stealing bits.
Stealing bits.
Stealing bits.
I don't steal bits.
No, I'm stealing
No,
bits.
Max is stealing bits.
Yeah.
It's bit stealing with Max
Sorry,
and Brian.
Brian.
New rule. No stealing bits.
New rule.
It's like, yo, we should do that on our podcast. We could just make new rules the entire time. You're like, that's a Bill Maher thing, and I was like, but you said that.
That's called a reference.
Oh, I didn't know. There's a fine line between stealing bits and referencing bits, and I think that,
Ironic references.
God,
Parody
damn
law.
it. Okay, Chris, favorite Mark Wahlberg movie? Go.
Oh, I mean, The Departed. I mean,
Everybody
would you
fucking.
Do you
never
know that Mark
heard
Wahlberg
that.
didn't even want to be in that movie?
Can-
didn't want to be
Hey,
But he crushed
really
in
quick.
it.
I haven't seen that. What is that about? What is The Departed?
Okay.
about toxic masculinity.
It
I
is.
mean, what movie is it? Am I right? Baby, we're in a patriarchy. Hello. But yeah, no, it's Is that
It's
it?
just one of those Scorsese movies where it's like,
Scorsese.
yeah, and it's like you've seen it, right?
Explain it.
Okay.
Explain it, Chris.
It's-
You want to be our guest host.
Yeah. I'm on. Oh, happy to.
Wait,
So,
okay.
Elsie, welcome
Pause
to the
on
show.
that. Pause on that. Bookmark that. Put it.
We need to
put it-
finish one bit though.
Elsie,
Really quick.
welcome to the show.
Is Chris the guest host and I'm just a guest?
Because he was Brian's guest.
Because I'm the
emotional-
first woman.
Brian was.
He's
no,
my emotional support, Chris.
Because Elsie, we live in a patriarchy. Okay.
Yeah,
So, like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Elsie, so like, be the
Brian,
fucking
I
guest.
can't-
you
all right?
already know the answer. To
Yeah,
that.
you already knew the answer. God damn it! Now, The Departed, right?
Yeah.
No, let this older white man
Yeah.
explain
Let
a
this-
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Scorsese
Let
movie.
this
to you.
straight older.
I-
Oh wait,
Older.
whoa,
No.
hey,
You said
what
it.
the
You
fuck?
said it
Hey,
third. You said it third.
What are you?
He said
Why is my
older.
age a problem, man?
We're doing a bit about the
Dude,
patriarchy.
okay.
Okay,
Listen.
first of all, your age is also a problem.
Elsie, let me explain something to you, as I want to do. Do you get it? Do you get,
Yeah, no.
okay, okay,
I get the
okay.
bit. I get the bit.
She laughed.
I get the bit.
Okay.
Okay, so The Departed. No, all right, I don't know. Do you,
No, you.
It's-
Yeah.
it-
fucking
okay,
Departed before I
it's-
kill
Brian.
myself.
Dude, Brian, if you were gonna kill yourself, you would have done it last night.
That's true.
Okay.
I bombed at Zany's last night.
You're literally getting mad at the person you picked to be your emotional support.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout
he's
out
making it
Elvis.
worse.
Beating your emotional support dog. It's like, you let me into traffic, you fucking idiot.
That is a seeing eye dog.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Kendall is dose, though, honestly.
I got a seeing eye peacock.
Brian gets a seeing eye dog for emotional support.
You're not caring or loving at all.
Just see things the way that I see things.
Why can't you see my emotions?
Okay, The Departed, go.
Great movie. Okay, so Elsie, The Departed.
Not a review.
Is about it's a movie about an infiltrator for both of the cops and of the robbers, so to speak. So each side has put an infiltrator on the other one. So in the police unit, there's a guy undercover for like the mob, and in the mob, there's a guy undercover for the police.
And which one is Mark?
Mark
is in charge of the undercovers for the police, and he wanted to be the undercover in the mob. And they said, no, that's going to go to Leonardo DiCaprio. And he said, I don't want to do it. And they said, what if Martin Scorsese talks to you? And he goes, oh, fine. And then he does it. And then
yeah.
Oh, so Leonardo DiCaprio's in it as well.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon and
listen,
and Ben Ben
Affleck's
kind of a little
Ben Affleck is
charcuterie.
not in it.
Yeah, he is.
I bet you $10.
When
he's
is
not in it.
Ben Affleck
is
in The
not in.
Departed?
Okay, that tells
Are you
me you've
thinking of
not
Good Will
seen
Hunting?
it. You,
Let him look it up. Let's see.
Alec Baldwin and Matt
Alec
Damon.
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin is not.
He
What?
is in The
Yeah,
Departed.
he's-
Yeah,
he
he
No,
plays-
no. Alec Baldwin is
But
in
he's
The
not
Departed.
But he's not Ben Affleck.
Wait, Alec
Yeah,
Baldwin
from-
is not in Good Will Hunting.
I meant to say Alec Baldwin, and I said Ben
You said
Affleck.
Oh,
Ben
sure.
Affleck.
I'm sorry, Brian bombed at Zanies last night.
That sounds like every white dude running around.
Leonardo
at that
DiCaprio,
time,
Matt
yeah.
Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Martin
Jack
Sheen,
Nicholson even.
Alec
Martin
Baldwin,
Sheen
Anthony
even.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we
You
got.
know Anthony.
Where can I stream
Blackish.
this? I'm
Where
not
we-
even kidding. I might give it
I
a
think
watch.
it's on Netflix right now.
Netflix right
Oh
now.
sure, yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
It's a good flick.
It's really good.
I feel like my Boston accent's gonna be really
Let's
good.
hear it.
You're gonna have me on again. You're gonna have to have me on again.
You're gonna have to have me on
You
again.
just said
And
said
Ted.
that with like a little. You just
And-
did that rhythmically.
We like it with a sore throat.
Well, I bet the people at Zanies would really like it if I did it there. Yeah.
Look, I don't know what they like, so you can't.
Oh, you know who else
ask me.
is in The Departed? Robert Wahlberg.
Ooh, Robbie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
What-
what
what
did
does
he
he
do
play?
in?
He played FBI Special Agent Frank Lazio.
Really?
Okay, so that's
Special agent.
I've got the ball. I'm pointing again.
Chris,
that
how
was
did you-
Chris's favorite. Oh wait, what were you gonna ask, Max? It sounded like it was gonna be a good question.
No, guaranteed
I
not.
don't- well, here's the thing is I don't
Guaranteed
remember.
Not a good question. We'll cut that out.
I covered
Chrissy,
my
could
mouth
you leave
because
it
I
in?
was laughing at the both of you, and I just knocked the microphone.
Brian, what's your favorite episode of Blue Bloods? Go.
The one where
They racially profile somebody.
okay, second,
Trick question, that's every
that's
episode.
my second favorite, but the first favorite was the I don't know what season it is, but it's this when they come back from a break and Donnie's wife had died.
In the show, but she was just didn't get her contract renewed. So
So so Donnie's wife, the actress, I don't know her name.
Jenny McCarthy.
so it's
Let's
in the
just
show
say
Blue
it.
Bloods. It was
on
Jenny
Blue
McCarthy.
Bloods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Blue Bloods, and so I guess her contract didn't get renewed, and they go up and they're like, "Yo, Donnie, where's your wife?" And he's just like, "She died in a helicopter accident." Next question, and then they just move on. Tom Selleck is just like,
Wait,
Dude, you're
is
Tom
this a
Selleck.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this a movie?
No,
What is this?
it's Blue Bloods.
"This is a TV show,
And-
hour episodes,
And
20 episode
Who
seasons."
gives that answer?
8
Mark
seasons.
Wahlberg says that.
Donnie
she
Wahlberg.
Oh, Donnie.
You
says
think Mark
that.
Wahlberg's starring in a procedural drama about being a cop?
And so this
Yeah.
and
Who's
this
also
show's
the son
on-
of Tom Selleck?
where-
NBC.
It was
7
on
7
CBS, but it just
Central.
ended.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Wait, it just ended.
It just
Do you
ended.
think it had like
Wait.
a real pop ending? We should watch the season finale right now.
So wait, the wife dies in a helicopter accident?
And
Chris,
they do
why
not
did you
show
turn
any
caps
of it.
lock on in my computer?
It was on accident. I hit a button.
Yeah, dude, you need to be more
Wow,
forgiving.
this is ageism.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna call HR.
Do you know what caps lock is, Chris?
Yeah, it's when
I know it was invented when you were
Wait a minute.
27.
They just renewed it for a 12th season. I thought it just ended.
Okay, so
12
Max-
seasons.
So now it's Elsie and Chris try to fight the Wahlbergs.
And Max and Brian trying to
Absolutely.
figure out what the fuck's going on with Blue Bloods.
Okay, Elsie, favorite Mark Wahlberg movie? Go. We'll cut this out.
Is Mark Wahlberg in? Is he in Blades of Glory for a second, or am I imagining that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I like how I just looked up and I just tried to imagine Blades of Glory on the wall, just let me just scroll through Blades
No,
of Glory.
but Good Vibrations by Mark Wahlberg was in
Yes,
the
yeah, okay.
soundtrack.
I'm trying to
Do
think.
not do any Good Vibrations.
We're gonna get zucked.
He just said don't.
Did you ever-
I feel like I watched.
I almost want to change
well,
my
I did watch
answer.
Spencer Confidential.
Elsie,
We'll get back to you.
I'll give you some time.
Actually, you know what? You go.
Well, I was gonna.
Brian, you want to go? Brian, you want to get on the sing?
Thank you. Elsie, just wait your turn, okay?
No, I got it out. I said Spencer Confidential. It's
Okay.
Why is it your favorite?
is Spencer
I think that is the only Mark Wahlberg movie that I remember seeing. I feel like
It came out
I
during
don't
quarantine.
remember. Like I said earlier, like if it's not a SpongeBob episode, I don't remember.
What's
if
your
I've
favorite
seen it or
SpongeBob
not.
episode?
It came out in
Um,
2020.
Doodle Bob.
Oh my God.
Me
Are
holding
we have a lot to talk
Are you
about.
upset about Doodle Bob?
I love that episode.
Chris,
So
did
good.
you watch SpongeBob?
No.
Oh.
I saw the musical.
That's
I skipped the entire show and I went straight to the musical.
I was like,
but
I
I
would love
did.
to-
I'm
no
not even
context.
joking. I'm not even joking.
You went physically to the musical.
SpongeBob the musical was
by
in
yourself,
Chicago.
or how did you end up there?
I don't want to comment.
Dude,
Oh,
Spencer
okay.
Confidential sounds like a Disney Channel show
Yeah, no.
from 2013.
Somebody knew that I like Post Malone, and they were like, "Do you want to do a podcast where you review Spencer Confidential because he's in it?"
Oh yeah,
And
Brian, we
I
watched
did,
this.
Yeah, I
You
did
did?
watch it.
Yep. Came out last March, so it was when we were smoking like 10 blunts a day.
Is it funny?
Sure.
Is it a
I
comedy?
used
What
to
is it?
smoke
Eliza
10
Schlesinger's
blunts
in
of
it, Post
cigarettes
Malone.
a day.
Is this funny? What is it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like my brain just kind of
What's funny
threw
in that
everything
it's
away
bad.
from
Mark
last-
Maron's in it.
Mark Maron.
A lot of hits, yeah. Bokeem Woodbine.
But he was saying
isn't
on
it?
the interview that I was watching that he like shot a bunch of it on the street he grew up in and stuff, and that two of his friends who went to jail played like prison guards at a real prison.
And they beat up their old prison guards.
I wish that'd be so fucking.
Oh yeah,
dank.
you know what Post Malone's character name was in this?
Poop.
No, you're close.
Squeeb, which was Max's second guess, tip of his tongue.
Squeeb. Is that what they call
That's a little poop.
Hey, sorry, I gotta go take a squeeb. I gotta go take a Brian.
I gotta go
one
take a
in
shit.
row.
Ah, it was
pinch
just
a squeeb.
Squeeb, isn't that what they call your set at Zany's last night, Brian?
Ooh.
No, they called that a.
Spencer
Oh.
Confidential.
Dude, it'd been so funny.
yeah,
Somebody
we
was
keep
just.
that Spencer
It
Confidential.
would have been so funny. Somebody posted a picture of you just being like, "Brian's putting on a master class in comedy right
Dude,
now."
no. As I was getting
Fire.
booed, I looked over and the photographer at Zany's was literally taking pictures of me as I'm getting booed.
and Brian was like, "Would you stop?"
You just
I'm gonna-
beat the shit out of the photographer.
And I'm
I
gonna
wanted to
take the.
kill
I really
myself.
want those pictures.
and
I'm
the
gonna blow it
photographer's
up
like,
and
"Dude,
print
there's
out.
no audio."
Oh my god, I'm such a fucking terrible person that I like hit him up today. I was just like, "Can I have those pictures?" I'd like to look at those and listen to my set.
Brian's next profile pic: me murdering at Zany's.
Brian's about to go cut himself to Freebird.
He just is murdering at Zany's, and he doesn't say who, and he doesn't say what.
Stolen like 20 bits,
Dude,
and
that's
now
someone else's bit. That's someone else. That's a local
no,
comic's
no, no, no.
bit.
Say whose fucking bit that one
Wait,
was.
what bit was
Yeah.
I missed it?
Yeah.
You just
No,
said
you gotta
someone-
own this
No.
He
one.
literally
You
just
gotta
said
own this
someone
one,
else's
baby.
closer. He
Let
literally
me-
just
let me
said
hear it.
someone else's closer.
Someone.
Yeah.
Let's pause this for a bit.
Wait, what?
All right, fine. Yeah, no,
Fuck
it's not a
off,
closer
Max.
because it's not a good closer.
Who's what? Can
Say it.
Michael Cooper. It's his bit.
I don't even know who that is. I don't know. Who
I
that is.
used his bit, his only bit.
You're on your.
Oh my God, you're talking piss.
He's talking piss.
He's talking piss.
I'll back it up. Listen, I'm the preeminent toothless comedian in Chicago comedy.
Oh, is that
Well-
what this is about?
Yeah, it's about the teeth.
Okay, Spencer Confidential sounds like.
They got a sequel coming out. Elsie, are you excited?
Yeah. I'll keep watching. I'm like,
Brian, what's your favorite-
Keep putting Post Malone, and I'm gonna keep watching.
What's your favorite Post
Sweet
Malone
there.
song?
Sunflower. No, he's featured on that. No. Maybe the one that's like 92 Explorer.
What's your favorite shower Post Malone's taken in the last decade? 'Cause he doesn't take a lot of them.
I feel bad. He was like in an interview, and he was like, a lot of people like comment that I probably look like I smell bad. And it hurts my feelings.
I mean, I also get the same thing, so
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah.
I'll go there.
One time, my old
New rule, I'll
boss
go there.
at my job told me that she saw him in a hotel talking to an Asian girl at the bar, and she went, "So you have a so you have a chance."
Whoa, is this one of the jobs you just quit?
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ,
good
dude, you
stuff.
get the worst jobs. You want to come work with Chris and I at Postmates?
Uber
I
Eats-
don't
Uber
want a
Eats.
9 to 5 ever.
Post Malone
Yeah.
mates.
Post Malone. What if Post Malone's your employer?
Post Malone mates.
Okay.
Then it would be probably a conflict of interest if we kiss.
Oh,
I don't think I want to kiss him. I don't know. Actually, if you're listening, post.
Is that his
let's
first
hang out.
name?
His
Alan Arkins and Spencer Confidential.
Guys, we need to finish a bit. It has been 53 minutes of nonsense.
It's been 53 minutes of buds hanging out, having fun.
That's true.
Do you want us to boo you, Brian? Will that make you feel like you ended a
I
bit?
can just imagine.
That would have been a great way to end the podcast. It's Chris clapping. All right, thank you, everybody.
I can just imagine somebody listening to this and being like, they haven't even finished a sentence.
They're like
Yeah.
they're all on a shroom.
Probably shouldn't have had 2 guests.
Yeah.
Probably
Elsie, we'll
way
get you
better
back.
with just Elsie.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
Chris ruined everything.
I know I didn't. Hey, I'm not the one who bombed at Zany's last night. New rule.
Wait,
New
why
rule.
don't we raise our hands if we bombed at Zany's last
New
night?
rule.
Yeah, everybody
Never
do a
have I
physical.
ever.
Everybody do a physical bit right now.
Raise your hand if you've been bombed at Zany's.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody, shut up and do a physical.
I guess
bit.
I would have to have been booked at
All
Zany's
of
for
us.
that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It was the worst day of my life.
Brian's tuning right on.
Was it really that bad?
I literally got booed.
Is that worse
It
than
cannot go worse.
Brian? Is that worse?
Unless like someone started throwing like tomatoes at me.
Oh well.
Well,
like
no,
another
that
call?
show's at the comedy bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's-
you also didn't get booked on
yeah,
that one. So,
wrong club. Wrong club.
is it worse than the time Holly went for a walk and never came back?
Who's Holly?
Okay, so just putting this out there. Max is going for the throat right now.
I'm sorry.
Holly is my
Christine, can we cut this out?
my childhood dog. No, we are not cutting this out. Holly is my childhood dog that I loved very much, and
Oh
she
my
got
God.
old. She became deaf and blind,
She actually did a very nice thing.
And she heard Brian stand up.
and she walked into a cornfield and never came back.
She went to go get a pack of cigs.
Okay, that's.
Very
I thought
sad.
it was an ex-girlfriend.
I know.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, is it worse?
I wish.
Brian, is it worse than the time you stubbed your toe tubing?
Amazing bit, dude. Like, seriously, this is another time we can all clap. Good job, Max. All right, Max.
Okay, so we're pro clapping? I'm so confused.
No. We're pro. When Brian says we can clap, we can clap. Okay, sorry. That sounded very weird.
Okay, so
Why
I
does
didn't
my
know that I could do
computer-
other people's bits on this podcast.
Yeah, dude. Whose
I
bits do you want to
know.
do?
I didn't know. I mean, you're not supposed
Top
to
10
you're
favorite
supposed
Oh,
to
no, I
act-
got one.
You're
Yeah,
supposed
let's
to act like
And you're a redneck. what was the fucking thing he said?
that.
You might be a redneck.
You might be a
You
redneck.
might be a redneck.
Guys, my name's Tim.
Get her done.
Yeah.
That's right, motherfucker. You're a redneck.
Guys, my name's Tim Smith. Yeah, I was trying to
I
reference.
No, keep
cannot.
going.
I literally. It has been so long since I've. I cannot think of a local comedian's bit. Everybody's forgettable.
Max only thinks about him.
Um,
Max's favorite comedian,
is
local.
I thought you guys were
Local.
going to say it at the same
Collar
time.
Brewing Company.
Okay. So we have maybe 3
Color
minutes left.
Brewing
Is there
Local
anything,
Color Brewing
anything you want to plug, Max? I'm just kidding. You had nothing.
I want to plug my love and admiration for Brian LaRoe.
Aw, kiss.
Okay, yeah. For the next 3 minutes before we end,
Why don't we
let's
all
just go
compliment
around the
Brian?
room and give me compliments. Good to you,
Chris,
Christine.
go. Christine,
Favorite part about me.
Brian's
favorite
fine.
thing about Brian?
No, I love you, Brian.
Favorite thing about me, least favorite thing about Mark Wahlberg.
Love Brian's got best sense. Absolutely fun guy. Love Brian. Least favorite thing about
Mark
learned-
Wahlberg.
I know. I learned this 9/11 thing today. I'm gonna have to.
That's
go
your
with that.
least out of everything Mark Wahlberg's done. It's the comments about 9/11 and not any of his
Yeah.
legal issues.
Oh wait.
What are the legal
guys,
Dude, I
issues?
love that Chris has no idea
He's
about
committed
any of-
multiple hate
Well,
crimes.
Yeah.
They told us not.
Oh.
They didn't really tell us to research anything.
Well, it depends
Who's
on
they?
the group.
Us?
Yeah.
Well,
really, Brian.
Which group you want? Because he's got a couple.
Whoa. Has he gone after my people? The Asians?
What do you mean by Asians?
Oh, no.
Indians are technically Asians.
Steel bits, baby.
Okay, who is that?
Pineapple Express.
Okay.
Our second favorite movie.
Yeah,
Our
you guys look
second
like that's your
favorite
favorite.
That's another bit we just stole from Pineapple Express.
Brian has a very, very kind eyes, and a laugh that brings you in and makes you feel included.
I feel like I did kill myself last night.
And it
You're
sucks
in
that he
purgatory.
died.
You're not actually here.
We're all actually crying. We're not laughing.
It actually is Max and Chris trying to fight the
could,
Wahlberg.
could you imagine, like if he did die?
Brian
last
died.
night?
Think how we didn't get our graphic.
We're not even that sad. We're doing a podcast. You know?
Look, the show must go on.
Debbie Corbett, I'll come visit in a little bit, but we gotta leave Brian's body in the bathroom for a little
Oh,
bit.
I did the table hit thing that Christine told us not to do. Damn it. Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been the 5th episode of the...
Sixth.
This is the 6th?
6. If you want to leave us a voicemail, why don't you give us a call at Brian? Why don't you vamp for a minute?
Vamping.
Can I plug my podcast?
Yeah, plug Elsie's podcast.
So I have a podcast. It's called Spotted, a Gossip Girl podcast, where we go through every episode of Gossip Girl. I've never seen it, and we talk about what is bad about it and what's good. And it's pretty fun, and it's pretty popular. And
But how do you
guys
talk
can be
about
guests.
it if you've never seen it?
Dude,
The
I mean,
other
we just
girl-
did an
the other
hour of
host.
Mark.
I don't know, Chris. What did we just do?
Have you listened
I
to this
watch it.
podcast?
I watch it. I explain kind of what's going on, how I feel about it, and the co-host has seen it multiple times, so she kind of like leads me.
Gotcha.
Down. So yeah.
Who's
go
your
ahead.
co-host?
Cass Ostrander.
Oh
I've
yeah.
met her. She's nice.
Yeah,
and funny.
Yes, she is nice and funny.
Love Cass.
But yeah, I would love to have you guys on sometime. And maybe we'll join the Lincoln Lodge Network.
Shout out Lincoln Lodge
La
Network.
la.
Shout out Christine. We
Shout
love
out.
Hey,
Christine.
Christine.
Chris, you got anything to plug?
When does this get released?
He's
'Cause
gonna
that,
be-
That would help me know.
In like a month?
Okay, I run a weekly show. Can I plug my show?
Yeah, go for it.
I run a weekly show at
you
a
want to
half
be murdered there by a Wahlberg?
yeah.
Let him plug.
Okay. Yeah, you are right. No, I run a weekly show in the South Loop at Half Hour Bar. Doors at 7:30. Show day. It's a free show as of the time of this recording.
Which is October. It's Halloween right now.
No one's. It's July 11th, 2021.
Oh, yeah.
Shaker,
Bombed at
September
Zany's
30th.
on July 10th.
Wow.
It's your own
Wow.
9/11.
Dated.
Okay, I'm
Actually, you
gonna plug.
bombed at
I'm releasing
Zany's.
my comedy special. I just recorded last night.
It's called I Bombed at Zany's.
Bombing at Zany's. It's called the fucking Boston
Comedy
Brian.
Club.
You ever try to do a bit and like as you're doing, never mind.
Yep, all the time.
Was doing it again and then all of a sudden, wow. Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna
everybody.
plug Tight Ship at Half Hour, September
Yeah.
30th.
Hell yeah.
You got September. I got July
Yeah, I'm also
22nd.
yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a
I-
weekly.
2
I
months
had,
before you.
Feb-
they saw you.
February.
They
saw
like
you.
me 2 months more than you.
They saw you at a zany set.
They're like, wow, we got to get this guy. He's going to completely level the room. And by that, I mean make everybody
Hey,
walk
listen,
out.
Chris has booked me to bomb at House of Blues multiple times. So,
Yes, this is true.
Never gotten that one.
well,
Yeah.
listen,
Jesus.
I wanted
Is
to kill
this-
myself after all. So,
I was
one time I
booked
started my
for-
set going, "What's up, nerds?" Sorry, Elsie. I just cut you
Oh,
off.
I was just gonna say I was booked for February 22nd of 2020, and
You remember
Chris
the date?
texted everybody and was like, "Yeah, see you at the show." And I was like, "Chris, I'm literally drunk in Madrid. Like, I did not say yes to this day."
Yeah. About that.
So when does House of Blues come back?
August 6th.
When can Brian and I bomb on the same show together?
Ooh, how about August
Oh,
6th?
Brian and
Yeah, and Elsie, you want to come bomb
thank
also?
you. Yes, I'd
Okay.
love
No,
to
no,
bomb.
you
You
She'll
can
be
come
in
see
Madrid.
all of
She'll
us
be in Madrid then.
August, on August
Yeah.
6th at the House of Blues. This has been the best hour of my life. I just want you guys to know that if you guys
Way
hated
better
this
than those 10 minutes
podcast,
last night.
you guys can go fuck yourself. If you fucking don't rate
Steal
and
that.
review this fucking podcast, I'll fucking kill Max.
He'll do it for less.
Yeah, honestly, if you just don't review it, I'll kill Max.
If you don't
I
even
care
listen
about the
to it.
rating. Yeah, just right? 69, 69, 69, 69,
Yeah, if you listen to
69.
this podcast, review it with 69, 69, 69, 69.
We'll know who you are, Dad. All right.
if you really exist.
Cue music.